This message to Joe Biden. You talking about no space of political violence, but you is a bogus. Your post is too villainistic, incapable. You does not know when I to tell dictate as a art in our vision, God vision. Who are these folks and from where this conspiracy planning, dictation, sending people's coming at what terror and what kind they are doing they have done. They are going against God. Your golf, golf course is my God. Cars, golf cars. Golf course is a golf courses, Mexican undersea CNR courses. That is too much powerful. They are having Mayor 47 in which underneath powers to see all activities, to trace, to send, to break, to mind mesmerize, to then conspiracy, bribing, sex, coitus, narcotic, various ways they can do breach of the people's security. Apart that, they're terrified by that similar power under sea. They are at your support basis surviving. You are not taking action against those evils. What answer to Supreme Court of USA about your conspiracy? Your attitude is not a anarchist criminal satire political. You are not hijacker other rest you USA people in such a critical manner. People deciding two men. It may be for president's post 10 people. 1 month intervals or 1 day intervals. The systems go will because so much activities are involved. Because your vice is a vice. She is not a virtuous, she is evil. The peoples behind they are doing attack whom the God isn't. How their natural disaster cause a Artina, turmoil, they are remaining, she covering. They are at a time devastation doing. Violence has no place in America. It is not. You are promoter. You crime prone. You criminality promoting. Your plan has you destroyed. Politics, government purpose. Government, all places has been compromised for the criminals. Criminals, betrayal, sabotage, war are taken place. America, like countries, people's movement restriction has to be very critical, high weapons, and the people they feel nobody to dare to terrorize those your hunter civil criminals. That powers you have weaponized them with your fault is money, funds, you are debting, taking, borrowing money. How you can go ahead now? Security service agents. Election commissioner should provide his another set of security officers. Is it required at this crisis stages, moving here and there? There should not be government's own setup to video conference doing. Our Modi, if he can do video conference, you can do video conference with internationally. So why is need to go places to meet? Party worker is not. Country should not be divided as a parties. You have to make individually weaken. Individual cannot make group or privately hijack the whole country, the whole mass. In any portion cannot try or cannot have that hijacking power. So there is requirement of truth-speaking wise men sacrificing attitude at masses, one after another, or all together. That kind of non-greediness. Caliber raising was citizen making, caliber making, political parallel. What teaching I have given, I am giving. For what crisis? You have not listened. You the stupid. The political violence mean you against Donald Trump that what has indicated about your bringing, your coming was wrong. Democrat people's remaining in USA is wrong. Political violence means who is doing? Another third party, two party. But these powerful, they are attacking from me, causing devastations, natural devastators, Romania, Poland, etc. And my place, my own self, they have kept on disk, 1,000 kilometers square kilometer. Then they have put your crisis similar NIFA at my Mallapuram. When I told I am the same King Mallapuram, from Mallapur, Bishnupur to Mallapur to Saint to Sikh, that Bengali should not be allowed to represent in any platform in the world, as these are criminals. That is also Indian in that sense, because these are mainly Bengalis. Bengalis have got the manage your nose of a horrible natural disaster body in our all viewing power, all tracing, all dictator, all killing power, so all dictating power, all wealth snatching international network you have allowed them a group of people to spread over cable fibers under sea, remains under sea, disabled. undersea cables. If it is Wi-Fi there, so undersea cables for what purpose? Why the many peoples to be as a private? It's not international UN one. If those business merchant, hijacker, gundas, guns, satans, criminal curses be allowed to do all profit on your products manufacturing, the all people's arms invest for research, some people to take away and to terrorize you. Now some people is kept me in underneath horrible power, pondering and pugnacity there is hindering me.
Barry, how much of a strain do you think all of this put on the Secret Service, already under intense pressure after the last assassination attempt? Is this going to really put them under increased pressure and strain?
Yeah, I think it will get some more questions to be asked. There's going to be more leadership questions. There's going to be more questions. Where are the resources? We all have to understand that there is a difference between the sitting president.
Questions is the goodwill.
Even a former president. They get different packages and different levels of security. But I think right now, at this moment in time in history, we now have to reevaluate, should all these candidates, including the president, all get the same presidential protective package? And I think that's probably going to have to be the answer. It's just too tense right now. We're at the most tense time in U.S. history that in my lifetime, as far as democracy itself, being
There is a big cloud behind.
Or,
the people who are being conspiracy from undersea. Undersea
He is extremely transparent in everything, release every bit of information because they shouldn't want to have the
incident appears to be assassination
conspiracy
attack.
theories based on this whole thing. It is a complex problem. It is a new problem. And we're on the forefront of a new realm of presidential protection, as I see it.
Joseph, Barry there was just...
FBI incident appears to be assassination attempt.
They have an extra level of vigilance that's required because of conspiracy theories. How concerning do you think it is? One of the...
They are somewhere engaged because I am unable to show this instantly weather reports and other incidents about England. Sometimes they are political devastation system. Is another third party, former US federal.
But I'll go back to a point that Julia made earlier, and she worded it very carefully. But I'm going to say, look, I know the politically correct thing is to say that things are toxic and both sides need to calm down the rhetoric. But the fact of the matter is, look, Donald Trump's behavior can be erratic. He can say ridiculous things. But for 8 years, he's been called a Russian plant, Adolf Hitler, a fascist. He's going to destroy democracy. So when you say that over and over and over again, you're going to generate people who are going to do things like this. So sure, we'll figure out what happened in Butler, Pennsylvania, and we'll figure out hopefully what this individual's motivations were. But really, at the end of the day, yes, Donald Trump has some fault here about the things that he says, but the amount of vitriol that comes from the left against him really, really needs to be toned down. Otherwise, it's going to keep happening.
Julia, I'm going to bring you in here because I think the point would have to also be made that there's a criticism of Donald Trump and people on the right, Republicans as well, about some of the rhetoric that they use towards Democrats.
And, this past week is an example of that, not particularly towards Democrats, but we've seen it towards immigrants, in particular Haitian immigrants. At the debate, for example, on Tuesday, we heard former President Trump, essentially voice the unfounded baseless conspiracy theories that Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, are eating pets, and that might seem, completely bizarre.
Not 7, it's 6:30. My time is 6:30, 3 hours ahead.
Over this week. In fact, just today, 2 universities in the Springfield, Ohio area have had to shut down their campuses.
It is half an hour delayed zone because that is manipulated from underneath. Say I am 7.
This is something we've seen on the fringes of the
Ma?
far right over the
Ma
past
is
year.
taking rest. She cried for me whole night. Cried for her baby and me. She cried. I am alone. There is a lot of risk for my security. The people are expressed and in such horrible. They had hacked my computer yesterday. This evil Beja. I do not know BJ, who is African Negro Bengali. African Negro Bengali. That time report has come. India and Delhi is much more vulnerable than USA. Russia has informed that that parallel voice of Russia, other evils. But Russia is not in that sense evil, but some evils are diverting attentions and misleading, who are harming same time at remaining a Black Sea going again. So that is that internal sabotage door. They have come my, but I have this patches of cloud and this particular, that it is a very rain on me. Still, it is not shifted, but low pressure has been dragged, but my side is still, that is new locations, the shifting, but still in my, it's a heavy low pressure.
For Chennai, and we'll see some showers, particularly on Thursday. Bye-bye.
Get scared? No, I don't get scared. I've covered many wars over many years. We got out of the back of an
Criminal.
vehicle and walked into a wasteland.
All these criminals in the BBC reports.
Enormous story.
This is Bengali. Madachot Kutta Bengali Kutta. Kokkur unreliable. Kamala Harris husband's group.
There is nothing to physically stop the North Koreans.
Because I kick in on her thesis, because you have to make separate. It is unreliable political violence. It's not that two presidents has jointly required. So that is not issue of Democrat or Republican defeating. Question is coming, how many people are Republican, how many people are Democratic. Why that word Democrat, Republican, two candidates. Your separate two candidates will stand for. Is how many pockets of views are there. That kind of people are recognized within the voters. Voter is there is a 3 or 4 parties or other kind, that kind of numbers of people you have to take in this presidential representation management.
Check on BBC weather.
That critical bridges to mid-sea going upper tunnel or undersea route tunnel, secret tunnel. Is in Nairobi, where the evils are, or the Bengali. All these Bengalis, everywhere they are showing undersea. They have shown very critically undersea views, undersea activities. giving clues to me. So, not is you can or you are bothered Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. But I wanted those evils, first they have so evil activities.
Boeing faces yet another setback as
That
thousands
Boeing,
of workers go on strike.
the Boeing strike.
Last we discussed the challenges facing the media industry with the box.
The Boeing has gone to this hijacker, evil curses, God curses. And Airbus also in that way. Whole USA has become looted, kidnapped, all political judicial system. Boeing strike.
Overwhelmingly rejected a contract offer from the firm, which included a 25% pay rise over 4 years. Greg Waldron of the 5
All the same evils of the Ghana of Bengali, my local area.
coming at a terrible time.
All those criminals, my local area. Because beside those criminals, nobody is getting work in Boeing or Airbus. That Boeing or Airbus, people's ownership are the responsibility in killing Donald Trump.
There's a lot of things happening for Boeing is trying to really kind of reboot its product line, and this has come at a terrible time.
Product line has become villainistic, terrorizing, fierce, hijacker, violence, political, kidnapper, to go some people, pockets, hands.
And it's a 25% pay rise over the next few years, but actually the union, I think, originally wanted 40%.
The question is the Boris, Poland and Mallapuram.
They've made a lot of concessions to Boeing over the years.
NIFA, virus disease. So, my time was 6:57 a.m. in India and your places more than 9:30 p.m. Majority people surrounding White House is in disguise of Bengali criminals. Leftist anarchist, leftist anarchist, leftist anarchist. Attack was not on Donald Trump, attack was on me, King, God agent. They are simultaneously doing this kind of devastative attack. They are politically, as if the political power going to shift from, if Joe Biden, Kamala Harris has told relief, Trump is safe. Trump is safe in winning. That is good. But as if they are trying to in that way, they have learned that he is safe, winning. But these are compromising violence. And the political violence is the later on questions in USA, second time, third time, fourth time, is a very evil exterior. 16th November. 16th November, that evil from that deceptive who are running Washington. So that is predictable. Here they are telling today is 16th November 2024. It is not a morning, it is a night in that way. So this evil from underneath.
The news cycle has been relentless. There's been one event after the other, and so making sure that when there are so many
a success of news.
The media.
That
Media, how can be run by these evil, private, shrewd satans,
this is the latest.
criminal hijackers of the world political anarchist creators? Media's is a responsibility, is a reporting, surveillance doing, government job. So how it will be private? I will not be able to go my quick. All thing is under attack, restriction, capture from the underneath your evil Joe Biden Harris. Joe Biden Harris is both twin is evil sons and daughters. Evil sons and daughters. साला पाप का बच्चा माता चोट कुत्ते Home Indian Meteorological Department. There was a severe metal. Yesterday was saved, but today still on my head. Still is on my head. Little broken, but it is always changing and गांगेय पश्चिम बंगला क्या कहता है गांगेय पश्चिम बंगाल they have गांगेय पश्चिम बंगाल
नमस्कार, भारत मौसम विज्ञान विभाग के दैनिक मौसम परिचर्चा में आपका हार्दिक स्वागत है। कल का डीप डिप्रेशन आज कोलकाता से लगभग 80 किलोमीटर पश्चिम में और बांकुड़ा से लगभग 110 किलोमीटर दक्षिण पूर्व में अवस्थित है। आज सुबह 8:30 बजे और इसके अगले
समझ गया एग्जैक्टली ऑन माय हेड एग्जैक्टली ऑन माय हेड
गुजरने की संभावना है और साथ ही साथ ये आज सायंकाल तक एक डिप्रेशन में कमजोर हो जाएगा और उसके पश्चात भी इसके एक वेल मार्क लो प्रेशर एरिया में कल तक तब्दील होने की इसकी उम्मीद रहेगी और इसके प्रभाव में अगले 48 घंटे में गंगेय पश्चिम बंगाल, उत्तरी उड़ीसा, उत्तरी छत्तीसगढ़, झारखंड और बिहार पर अति भारी से अत्यंत भारी वर्षा 11 से 20 सेंटीमीटर और 20 सेंटीमीटर से ज्यादा की वर्षा की संभावना रहेगी और साथ ही साथ यहाँ पर जो गस्ती विंड्स रहेंगी वो
कलकत्ता से 82 किलोमीटर एंड बांकुड़ा से 10 किलोमीटर दक्षिण पूर्व
कि यदि हम वर्षा की बात करें आज सुबह 8:30 बजे तक तो
ध्यान से सुनिए प्लीज लिसन।
नमस्कार, भारत मौसम विज्ञान विभाग के दैनिक मौसम परिचर्चा में आपका हार्दिक
डेली मेट्रोलॉजिकल रिपोर्ट
से लगभग 80 किलोमीटर पश्चिम में और बांकुड़ा
80 किलोमीटर फ्रॉम कलकत्ता
दक्षिण पूर्व में अवस्थित है। आज सुबह 8:30 बजे और इसके अगले 48 घंटे में लगभग पश्चिम दिशा गंगेय पश्चिम बंगाल
लिटिल नॉर्थ
और उत्तरी छत्तीसगढ़ से होते हुए
80 किलोमीटर फ्रॉम कलकत्ता
सायंकाल तक एक डिप्रेशन में कमजोर हो जाएगा और उसके पश्चात भी इसके एक वेल मार्क लो प्रेशर एरिया में कल तक तब्दील होने की इसकी उम्मीद रहेगी और इसके प्रभाव में अगले 48 घंटे में गंगेय पश्चिम बंगाल
इन दिस टाइम depression is too much evil unfortunate against nature driving and forcing that kind of thought is required but people are पंडित नहीं है सारे बगस खबरी में जो है ना
पूर्वी मिदनापुर और
सारा क्रिमिनल
वर्षा मिली गंगे पश्चिम बंगाल
आई एम हियर
14 से 15 सेंटीमीटर की वर्षा गढ़वा जिले पर झारखंड के और साथ ही साथ उड़ीसा के बालासोर पर 13 सेंटीमीटर की वर्षा प्राप्त हुई है और जैसा कि हमने ये देखा कि किस तरह से इसका ट्रैक यहाँ पर दिखाया गया है कि अगले 48 घंटे में ये लगभग पश्चिम दिशा में Namaskar, Indian Meteorological Department welcomes you in Delhi weather briefing. Yesterday's deep depression over the eastern parts of Gangetic West Bengal is today lying, has moved westwards and is today lying over almost central parts of South Gangetic West Bengal, and it is likely to cause very heavy to extremely heavy rainfall over Gangetic West Bengal, especially South Gangetic West Bengal, Jharkhand, North Odisha, North Chhattisgarh, and also southern parts of Bihar. And this extremely heavy to very heavy rainfall activity would be realized during the course of next 48 hours, and thereafter
Already over. I have facing more than 48 hours. Another 48 hours will be.
activity over the country during past
That what is devastation doing in Boris, Europe, that those are because of the king head and king security. And my all people, my nephews and others being displaced from my place. I am totally insecure, but government is not taking on the king.
Garhwa of Jharkhand and over Balasore of Odisha 12 to 13 centimeter rainfall has been.
People from underneath my USA is reporting to India.
So
Evil India.
Zero UTC.
Evil Malab leftist or Modi is captured by the all liars, evil leftists, just like somebody asked Draupadi Murmu, are you safe? You're remaining or non-remaining? Remaining is much more boomerang to India. Because you are totally incapable चूद महारानी तुम चूद मांगते हो चूद खाते हो तुम्हारी चूद खाने की आदत है बहुत आदत है चूद महारानी और चूद महारानी को इस तरह का गुद में मुख में लात मारने के बाद भी जो कॉन्शियस ठीक नहीं होता क्या मोदी को नहीं होता है
And thereafter again it would continue to move westwards across Jharkhand and North Chhattisgarh and weaken further. So if we look into the currently the wind profile of this system, so
why this is concerned to me, it is just on my Hercules head, Hercules underneath. The system is kept from that side. So it is so difficult to tell you about these all facts until because you have unable to remain to understand me 16 years.
gusting to 60 by tonight, and thereafter it would subsequently decrease to 30 to 40, gusting to 50 by tomorrow evening.
जो अध्ययन में तुमने शुरू में अध्ययन नहीं किया, मध्य पाठ में नहीं, तृतीय पाठ में नहीं, चतुर्थ में मरण समय में क्या करोगे, थर्ड फोर्थ टाइम में उसी का है जॉय बाइडेन और कमला हैरिस से एक्सक्यूज ऑल दिस पॉलिटिकल वायलेंस कैन नॉट बी टॉलरेटेड. Nipah outbreak have been reported in Kozhikode district in 2018, 2021, 2023 and Ernakulam district 2019, and the presence of Nipah virus antibodies had been detected in bats in Kozhikode, Wayanad, Lukuku, Malappuram, Ernakulam. District. Man who died recently in Malappuram was infected. Man who died recently in Malappuram was infected with Nipah virus, Kerala Health Minister. Because this has been brought from USA underneath black diamonds, that man I am not being able to show.
fundraising campaign that he said to his supporters. He said he's never going to slow down, he's never going to give up, and said his resolve is only stronger.
That biomedical research areas also.
Lots of images coming into us here of the scene and what happened afterwards. Let's show you this one. The moment when security services surrounded the suspect. He was detained in Martin County by the Sheriff's Office on the northbound area of Interstate 95. They had got an alert which told officers to be on the lookout for a vehicle seen leaving the golf course in Palm Beach.
Community called Getting Girls